Okay, let's get a word on the equity markets then and how they panned out. A very strong day today. Both of the benchmark indices gaining a good percent. You had the broader markets also, which didn't fail to disappoint. And in fact, you had the broader markets, which gained close to 0.5% for today's session. Sectoral movers, it was the oil and gas index, which gained good trajectory. The auto pack also did well for itself. What turned a bit soft toward the end of the day was the FMCG index, and technology shares very quiet. Some of the big index gainers, of course, Reliance Industries was the biggest of them all, but Jayaprakash Associates, Kotak Mahindra Bank, as well as some of the other counters like a Tata Motors shot up in today's session. But the stock which was clearly in the spotlight today was Reliance Industries. That counter saw its biggest single-day jump in the year 2012. It surged 6% in today's trade after agreeing to share its records regarding the KG-D6 basin by the CAG. Let's get in Ajay Sharma, who tracks the sector very closely, to give us more details on the good up move for the monolith in the oil and gas space. Ajay.
Reliance Industries is open to share its records of KG D6, all the drilling they have done so far with the Auditor General and the CAG. Now, this comes as a big development, mainly because experts believe that the deadlock between the Oil Ministry and Reliance Industries may be easing out. Reliance is open to share its records. At the same time, this may actually lead to the approvals of several of its fields, some of them pending since February of 2010. So experts believe that this was the biggest precondition of the new field development plans being approved by the ministry, and now that Reliance Industries has actually come halfway, it could lead to approvals coming in shortly, which could actually lead to more gas flows coming in from the KG-D6 and the adjoining fields. And this has been the biggest drag on the stock price of Reliance Industries. Also, we've seen that in the first quarter ending June, some of the big funds like LIC itself and even Singapore government fund has been hiking stakes. Of course, GRMs have been on the higher side. So combination of reasons led to a big surge in Reliance Industries stock, and brokerages have also reacted by saying that speedy approvals could lead to a re-rating of the stock from here on.
Thanks very much, Ajay, for giving us those details, and that certainly helped give a good leg up to the overall market momentum. Meantime, some result reactions. SAIL put out its first quarter earnings. The profits were below the street estimates, down 18% at 696 crore rupees, and sales lower by 1.7% at 10,640 crores. Let's hear out the chairman and managing director of the company talking more about the numbers. Here's Mr. C.S. Verma.
This financial year, we are expecting we'll be able to start and commission 2 large-size blast furnaces, one in Rourkela, which we are slating to start the commercial production sometime in November 2012, and the second large-size blast furnace will come up and will get commissioned in ISCO Badpur sometime before the end of the current financial year. So with this, we hope that with the start of the 2 large-size blast furnaces, the hot metal capacity of the company, which presently is 40 million ton, will go up to about 90 million ton before the close of the financial year.
Okay, that's the management of SAIL talking more about the numbers. You also had Britannia, which came out with its numbers, and a bit of a disappointment. The profits came in at 43.5 crore rupees. That's higher by 4% on a yearly basis. And the net sales grew by 10.8%, marginally below what the street was expecting at 1,222 crores. Apart from that, you had an Andhra Bank which came out with its quarterly numbers. The Q1 profit was lower by 6.2%, 362 crores, with the net interest income going up only a marginal 3.3%. Gross NPAs, once again, that's where your lingering problem is for most of the PSU banks. Andhra was no exception. 2.72 crores versus 2.12 on a sequential basis, with the net NPAs going to 1.5% versus 0.9% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Dhanlakshmi Bank, that was a big disappointment. Loss coming in for the company at 11.8 crores versus a profit of 3.4. Net interest income higher by close to 20% at 75 crore rupees. Nothing much for the stock price all day. Whirlpool put out a great set of numbers. It was rewarded on the back of that as well. So the top line came in higher at lower by 15% at 672 crore rupees. It was the bottom line also, which grew by 26%. You had Wockhardt also impressed on all fronts, surpassed the ET Now expectation as well. The profits for the first quarter were higher by 95% at 378 crore rupees, with the top line growing by 35% at 1,426 crores. There was a forex loss of 19 crore rupees, and the EBITDA margins also surprised on the upside at 35.2%. A one-time loss of 6.6 crore rupees is what the company clocked in.